two numbers here from South Carolina. If you notice, these two right here. This was a midday number, and this was an evening number. And what day was that? That was November the 1st, 2025, in the state of South Carolina. Okay? And if you don't see, you can see this. Okay? See right here? That's 485, 810. These numbers added up. You know what I'm saying? So you came all the way down from 295, 670 from if you add them all up. So you got 4 and 8, you got 8 and 1, 5 and 0. Okay. Now this right here is your main number, 485. Okay. The 810 is with it. This is also, like I said, this is a midday number. But when you do your adding up, you do 2 and 4, 6. Not 8. Well, 8 and 1 is 9, and then 9 and 8 is 7. 5 and 5 is 0, and you keep on all the way down until you get to 435, and then as the numbers come right back to the same thing, same base, 810, right? So this is your two elite numbers, man. This is your two elite numbers that you need to learn. You know what I'm saying? So these is just old grid stuff way of playing, like you to be playing. You know what I'm saying? So here, what we'll show you right here. Also, these are the numbers that I use. Okay, for South Carolina. Okay, and the numbers I use is right here. Okay. And that was November 1st, 485. If you actually look at the board, okay, see that? 485 and 810, and it's the numbers I use to add up these numbers right here. See what I'm saying? Those are the numbers I add up all the way straight down to get the number. And right here, I'm gonna show you the date. 670 came out in South Carolina. And where can we find 670? Okay, let's look on this chart. Let's look on the board of lottery posts, and let's show you. Okay, so first we're going to show you those sided numbers, right? That's 485, and that's 810, right? Now, let's look up a little bit closer up. Let's get up to Thursday, right? So we don't show you directly what I'm talking about, okay? Whoa. Oh, gee. Sorry about that. Okay, so directly, you see what I'm talking about. 670 is your number. See what I'm saying? And where it come from? It came from right off this sheet. 485, 810. We added, came down to 295. See that 4 and 8 is 2. 8 and 1 is 9. 5 and 0 is 5, right? And then what we do 2 and 4 is 6. 9 and 8 is 7. 5 and 5 is 0. Bam-o. That's our number, 670. And where we have that, our 670 right there, November 6, 2025, midday number. And you could have had that right after you put your number down at 485, 810. And how many days would that have been? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So you'd have had your money right there. See what I'm saying? 670, same numbers, man. Same numbers. So this is the way you add them up. Now, have any other numbers have showed up since then? Since we added up that one number, 670, right? Let's check it out. See if any other numbers showed up. And I don't fake anything here. I put it down and then show it to you. You know what I'm saying? This is the way you add them up. And I always like doing it on the first day of the month too, man, because the best time when you see a lot of numbers that will come out, you'll see it right on the first day of the month. So yeah, we still looking around because we got other numbers here that we got here that we don't check to see if they've been out. 295 055 430 815 290 675 0550 438. And this number right here, well, I got the 670 when it came out straight. It came out straight too. This was straight. It came out straight. That'd have been $290. Jawan Florent, hi. Dancing the Nights 100. What's up, State? And yeah, my friend, also, man, I am super happy. I got my first YouTube check. Woo, $103. I can't even believe it, man. Can you believe it? I got my first $100 check. And I've been on YouTube for 3 years. Finally got a check. So I am a little excited, as well as I'm excited about, I also got my first check from, being trained at, be a bus driver. So that's also, 2 checks in one day is nice, man. Especially you didn't do too much to work for it, you know what I'm saying? But just sit in class. And this one and the other one is just because I, do these videos on lottery and stuff. So good to have finally got recognized by YouTube finally. But like they say, you had to go right back to the drawing board. But get these numbers, man. Today, man, I'm thinking today I might play me a mega number. You know what I'm saying? Because everything been going good. That's when best time to pick you a number, man, and see what you can really do. You know what I'm saying? I like the 3-digit numbers. I like them $290 coming in like I did before, but sometimes you might need a little more extra money, man. Especially when they went on these and I'm not trying to bring anything down, but it's ridiculous that how they tax the low income people like us, and the taxes is just, it's just ridiculous what I seen the taxes. When you didn't see like it wasn't going to have no taxes at first, and then they decided to give you a tax. That's ridiculous. But I don't want to get into that. I'm not into politics. This is just about lottery. But let's get to what we're going to do, my friends. Let's make us some real live money, right? Some real live money. So we see other numbers here. We see 546 and all this stuff, but it didn't come out from my sheet, 268. But we are looking for these particular numbers. So yeah, I don't think I seen 295 show it up, or 058 or anything like that. 430 290. So if you're from South Carolina, you want to make sure you play these numbers here, because I'm sure enough one of these numbers should show up. 670 is a very, very supplement number. So next number I would just supplement would be this number right here, 675, because that might be a good number to show up. You know what I'm saying? Right after 670 has showed up a little while, and looking at these numbers, man, they was getting close to some number like that before. You know what I'm saying? But this is a good way of playing your strategy, man. Let me show you how, once again, the strategy that I did. And I always do these with most every state. Sometimes I haven't did this in a while. So most people sit back saying, we ain't seen you did this in a while, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I haven't did it in a while, but I wanted to see how would the strategy work in South Carolina. Because, a lot of times I would do these strategies, especially in my own state of Illinois. So that is working really, really, really good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes you might just pick one number out of the clothespin, and then sometimes it might not really go to affect it. But like I said, this is the most effective way of winning numbers, man. It is. It's really effective, man. And like I said, you want to see the strategy. Like I said, it's basically you always try to use the lower number like this. Like I said, when I went with the November 1st, 2025 number in South Carolina, okay. See, that's the number right there in South Carolina. So what I did, I like to use the lower numbers like this to do the formula with. So we got 4 and 8 is 2, 8 and 1 is 9, 5 and 0 is 2, 295, right? So what I like to do that. And then I go 2 and 4 with the lower number. This right here being the lower number because this is a higher number, LCD. If you ever understand LCD, I like always go with these lower numbers right here. So I go 2 and 4 is 6, right? And then I go 9 and 8 is 7, 5 and 5 is 0. Okay, and then you go on to keep on going. 6 and 4 is 0. 7 and 8 is 7 and 8 is 5, and 0 and 5 is 5, and you keep on going all the way down. 0 and 4. I don't want to bore everybody with this 0 and 4 because this has been taught 100 times on the internet. 0 and 4 is 4. Then you go 5 and 8 is 3. 5 and 5 is 0. The only thing I like to do, man, I like to use real numbers. I don't like these 730s and all this 123s and stuff. I'm not saying that it's not effective. I like to use real numbers from real states and pick the numbers with. 4 and 4 is 8. 3 and 8 is 1. And 0 and 5 is 5. You know what I'm saying? And then you go on to 8 and 4 is 2. 1 and 8 is 9. 5 and 5 is 0. And then you got 2 and 4 is 6. 9 and 8 is 7. 0 and 5 is 5. And you got 6 and 4 is 0. 7 and 8 is 5. 5 and 5 is 0. And then you got 0 and 4 is 4. 5 and 8 is 3. 0 and 5 is 5. 4, 3, 5. And then you can add back up to the same number. 4 and 4 is 8. 3 and 8 is 1. 5 and 5 is 0. 8, 10 is your added up number. So, like I said, everybody probably seen this before. But it's effective. It's good for pick 3 numbers. It's also good for pick 4 numbers as well. You know, and I have effectively one time before picked a pick 4 number with the same strategy and seen it come out straight. So this is what you want to put in your minds, man. See how you like it and go with your strategies, man. It's good to come here to Corey Lottery, man, where I show you the most effective way of winning, playing your numbers, not just pick 3 and pick 4. I also tried a few times. I do with some of the bigger games as well. Sometimes, you know, you see me with Mega a few times, you know, and it was really intense because I was maybe two numbers off from just even popping the whole system with the Mega Million one time. And I did that workout one time, and this been almost like 4 or 5 months ago, and people seen that I put down 4 numbers down, and 2 numbers was close of the infected of blowing and winning. Meaning I was off 1 number to catch the 5 number, and 1 number off from that Mega number. But that's just me. I'm just a lottery. Some people might consider me a lottery genius, but I don't consider that. It's just it's still, any game is still merely surprising and engaging lucky. So it just, sometimes you can come up with a strategy that is powerful, but what is the game is about? It's still about luck. It's still luck. Don't never count that word luck out, because it's still luck, my friends. It's still a luck. It was faith for that day, but you do still have to have a strategy to win these numbers. But whatever I see and what I do, I try to bring it right to you, inference to you right away. Thank you for coming to the Corey Lottery Man Show, where everything become reality. And you know my song is ease on down the road. Don't you ever seen ease on down the road. And I hope everybody wish me luck, man. Me and my trainer with my busing situation, and hopefully I'll be a bus driver. Thank you for coming to the Corey Lottery Man Show. Yeah. Woo!